My name is Panta.
I am Kai.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to talk about being LGBTQ and living in Tokyo and experiencing how it feels like to be here as an LGBTQ member. But let's do some recommendations of places to go. So if you're an LGBTQ and you're in Tokyo, where can you go? What can you do? So this is like the whole area. It's called like Nichome, and there's a lot of bars. You can just bar hop, go everywhere. And you can also go to a motel. So we're trying to find Bar Goldfinger just to get the location that way. Kai, I think it's here.
Goldfinger's here somewhere and Ragamuffin's here.
So we're going back to where we came from. Navigating the Japanese streets is a little hard because they don't have street names. There's no street, like we have street names, like it's either numbered or we have like a name for the street specific, like Richard Street, blah, blah, blah. Here, you just have to like know where you're going, and people like look at markers. Like they'll be like, oh, turn left in the alley that has the garbage pile, and cross the street that has that big tree. That's how I found your place.
Yeah, that's true. There's definitely a point as well, especially in this area, like you need to know where you're going. You don't want people just to wander off the street. By the way, that's Fuji, which is really cool, like karaoke place.
Down the Japanese alley we go.
I don't know which alley it is.
So the bar is closed right now, but this is like a women-only LGBTQ bar. So I guess it's mostly like an L bar. The GBTQ is kind of pushed to the side like that.
The other club was talking about is Dragon Men, which is just around the corner, which you need to find, which is basically the men's equivalent. But women are definitely allowed into Dragon Men.
But men are not allowed here. Because it says women only.
The thing is, Saturday is a women's only night for sure. The other days of the week, I thought men were allowed. I thought.
Let's go see the Dragon Men.
Yeah.
Down the Japanese alley we go. So we're walking here when nothing is open yet, because one, for privacy issues, a lot of people are not open here. So it's better to come shoot here when no one's here, just to be respectful. And also, if we do shoot here when there's a lot of people, they will usually kick you off this area. So this is the bar Dragon Men we were mentioning. Is it all men and women, or is it mixed? Or?
I mean, I've been here on Pride and a number of other events where women are absolutely fine to go here as well. I think they probably have some men-only nights. But there's also only a men's bathroom in there, so that's the one thing. Go pee before you go.
Family Mart, or go to Goldfinger pee and then go here.
Bar hopping at its finest.
So there's a code of conduct here. What is it? They're strongly refusing entrance of stray customers. What is that?
Strongly refusing the entrance of straight customers who come with the intention of pickup. So I think it's basically like what I experienced here as well. Going in there as a woman, like you're still welcome, but you're expected to uphold, the kind of customs of the place.
Not allow more than one person inside the toilet. I wonder why that is. Japan was like an open country. They had, same-sex relationships if you look into the history. Yeah. And then there was a point where it just changed.
Yeah.
And you were mentioning a little bit about that.
Yeah, so basically when foreigners started coming into Japan, started imposing their own Victorian values, that's when a lot of censorship happened. A lot of as I understand it, at least a lot of the Meiji period censorship. In fact, from the Edo period even.
I went to gallery.
Yeah.
They had sex photos on the wall.
To make themselves more acceptable for trading with the foreigners, basically, to make it. So a lot of Japanese history, you look at history books, you look at, old documents and old books and stuff like that, there's a lot of mention of homosexuality. It's it's one of those shrugged about things. It's just like the ancient Greeks. And that was much more openly accepted before Westerners came and were like, no, this is, there is one God, the Christian God, and this is morally acceptable, this isn't. And it's funny that it's kind of ironic that now more foreigners are marching for Japanese LGBTQ than Japanese themselves. Maybe there's this fear of being exposed, or they want to have that lifestyle, but they're scared of the judgment and other things that comes attached with it. I think it's very difficult for a lot of people to be out in the open, especially at work with their families and stuff like that. So I think that, in a sense, a lot of foreigners are based here long term. So a lot of LGBTQ foreigners are based in Japan, 10 years or more, something like that. But a lot of people also are here for a couple of years, and I think sometimes demonstrating and marching for a right when you have less risk of being fired from a lifetime job and that kind of stuff. Like you have more freedom basically to
less consequence.
There is not much of the gay culture that kind of spills over into mainstream or like straight culture. I think things are very contained and you've got to be quiet. Like these are our streets and we will be ourselves within these streets. So since 2015, a lot of things have changed. Some schools have started introducing gender-neutral uniforms for students. So a lot of things have begun to change in the last 2 to 3 years.
This is in Tokyo.
This is in all over Japan, actually. There's a number of schools. Yeah, so there's a few schools who started to adopt that. But basically, there's been a bit of a backlash, obviously, in the Conservative Party to be like, no, men are men and women are women and we shouldn't be teaching kids this, yada yada. And a reporter, basically, during this one interview, the reporter brought up because basically the politician said it's not important to consider gay rights and to teach LGBTQ issues at school. So that should not be part of what's taught in school, that these people exist, right? And so the reporter brought up LGBTQ students are 6 times more likely to commit suicide than any other student. School student, so not university, but kids.
This is like information that's been fact-checked.
Yes. Yeah, statistically, LGBTQ children are 6 times more likely to commit suicide. And so the reporter said, look, looking at these figures, don't you think that it's important to be teaching at schools that it is okay to be LGBTQ? And basically the politician heard this statistic from the interviewer and laughed. Just started laughing on camera.
とテレビの討論番組から電話がかかってきまして、この LGBT の知識を学校教育で教えるべきかどうかっていうことに対しての意見をくださいというふうに言われまして、私は当然そんなものは必要はありません。そうですね。はい。って言ったら、なんて言われたかというとですね。その同性愛の子供は普通に正常に恋愛できる子供に比べて自殺率が6倍高いんだと、それでもあなたは必要ないって言うんですかみたいなことを言われまして。
Huge demonstrations happened from, like basically came from that, and a lot of them were like foreign people demonstrating again, like because of foreign.
We're more vocal here in Japan, I want to say.
I think also very forward. There's a large group of foreigners who want to like bring progress, and I think that's a difficult thing to say when you want to come in from the exterior and be like, we're going to come and change this place we're living in. But I feel like there's a lot of support we could be giving each other, and I think, you know, especially there's still a divide between the foreign community and the foreign gay community or LGBTQ community and the Japanese ones. And I think there's no real language barrier there anymore. Like so many people, like especially so many foreigners come here and they're like so keen to learn the language and make every effort to. And I think there's still a lot of like residue like of fear and so on and so forth that there's not going to be the right communication and that we're gonna. But it would be nice to kind of see those communities come together a bit more and support each other, and also that, you know, that this kind of whole talk about we don't need to speak about LGBTQ issues. It's just, you know, we're gonna, you know, this whole thing about don't ask, don't tell kind of stuff. Like, I would love to see that disappear, you know, if it is, you can directly say, that's my gay friend.
Yeah,
you know,
or
as a straight person,
my
like
boyfriend or girlfriend, or
or like as a straight person as well as being like these people we hang out with, and that person, you know, if it comes up in conversation, then it's just absolutely okay to talk about, like you know, that it's not just I think that person might be gay, or I wonder if these people know I'm gay, but just be out and that people are okay with it. And a lot of young people I think are at that point now.
I think
a lot of my like a lot of young. Like a lot of Japanese friends my age, they're absolutely fine with it. They'll be like, oh, cool. And it's like a complete non-issue.
I like to see people openly being with each other, not having to hide it, not having to say, oh, this is my best friend that I live with, or, you know, I hope, this is my hope, to just have them feel comfortable and know that it's okay to be bi, it's okay to be gay, it's okay to be lesbian. It is okay to love who you love. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Again, I am Panta, and this is
Kai.
And it was nice chatting with you. Peace.